Our second speaker is Nora Lynch. Breath that works. Breath that works, Nora Lynch.
Imagine if you had a magic tool inside of you that could help you regulate your emotions. I'm referring to those times when you're so stressed out that you can't just use your mind to think positively. What if you had something in your back pocket that could calm you down before your next speech and take the shake out of your voice? Wouldn't it be cool if there was something you could actually do to fill the sacred pause before reacting in a conversation? You have something that is part of you that can assist you in each of these situations, and it's likely being so underutilized. It's your breath. When I discovered breath work, it changed my life. Breath work, or pranayama, is the art and science of yogic breathing techniques. You may have heard of practices like Ujjayi in yoga, but there's so much more to it than that. Under the umbrella of breath work, there are numerous practices that all provide their unique benefits. For example, one practice might make you feel like you just had your morning cup of coffee, while another practice might make you feel like you just popped some melatonin before bed. A consistent practice doesn't just do its job during the 10 or the 30 minutes that you're practicing it. It has the power to transform you into a calmer and more present person in your everyday life. Today, I will explain 3 primary benefits of breathwork and teach you an introductory practice that you can get started with. The first benefit of breathwork is that it strengthens your lung capacity. You can imagine your lungs in 3 sections: your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. Most of us are not even fully utilizing our own lung capacity. This is because a lot of us are breathing in the chest only, or you may find yourself holding your breath, especially during the times that you're stressed out. You can imagine over time, especially as we get older, how important it is to work on strengthening your lung capacity. Humans are natural belly breathers. This means that the proper way to breathe is to start your breath in your belly, allow it to move up through the rib cage, and then through the chest. Imagine how a dog or a baby sleeps. When you see them, you'll always see their stomach rising and falling with the breath. The 2 things that you can do to start strengthening your lung capacity today is 1, slow down, and 2, start in the belly. The second benefit of breath work is it's a way to communicate with your autonomic nervous system. Your nervous system can be split into 2 parts. You have your sympathetic response, which is your fight or flight mode. And then you have your parasympathetic response, which is your relaxation state or the rest and digest response. When you breathe through your chest only, you are activating your sympathetic response in your body or your fight or flight mode. This sends a signal to your brain that you're in danger, and its only job in that moment is to just survive. Now, the craziest part about this is your body is going to respond the same exact way as if it's an actual threat, like getting chased by a tiger, and a perceived threat, like getting an email that triggers you. Just as the way you breathe influences how you feel in your emotions, you can also use the breath to change your emotional state. When you find yourself in a fight or flight response and you're sad, angry, or upset, you can use these full body breaths to bring yourself back down to a relaxation state. You may have learned this as a child. Every time my 1-year-old nephew starts crying, his 3-year-old brother reminds him every single time, just take a deep breath, Johnny. The third benefit of breath work is it allows you to have a deeper meditation experience by activating brainwaves that are beneath your first layer of consciousness. We are likely all in a beta state right now because we're concentrated and we're learning. After just 5 minutes of breath work, you move into an alpha state, or a state of relaxation and reflection. This is the state where it's easiest to access your own intuition. With certain techniques that are practiced for 10 minutes or so, you may also move beyond that into a theta state. Your theta state is just before you fall into a deep sleep, when you find yourself drifting off into a dream. If you are someone that dislikes meditation because your mind continues to wander all the time, breath work is going to be a really powerful way to start your practice for that reason. An introductory practice that you can start with today that does a really great job of activating your relaxation state or your rest and digest response is called equal ratio breathing. As a reminder, you'll always want to focus on starting the breath in your belly, allowing it to move up through the rib cage and then through the chest. It is pretty simple. You'll inhale through your nose for 5 seconds. Hold at the top of your breath without any air within you for 5 seconds. Before you exhale through your nose for 5 seconds. And hold at the bottom of your breath again for 5 seconds without any air. I recommend practicing this for 5 minutes a day. As you strengthen your lung capacity, you can then increase it to 8 seconds and finally 10 seconds. As more people search for simple and effective self-care techniques, it is no wonder that breathwork has been growing in popularity. Not only does it have the science to back up its perceived benefits, but it's something we can practice anytime, anywhere, and at absolutely no cost. Talk about a breath of fresh air. Toastmaster.